it's not good, let's just say it's not good. Hello, welcome to I Read This Book with Chris. This is Chris. Today we are doing a review of the year, as well as my favorite books of the year and any goals or discussion about reading in this next year. While telling you about what I read and all that fun stuff here next to my Christmas tree, while discussing all this stuff, I've got for you a grapefruit bitter soda. The complete list of every book that I've read and audiobook that I've listened to will be down in the description for anyone who's interested. Just about a book a week. I don't know the exact total. I knew it and then I forgot it as soon as I pressed record. Alrighty, so top books of the year. I have a short stack here of some of the favorite books that I have read this year. The first book that I've got is Fractal Noise by Christopher Paolini. This is the video that I gave the title, Broken Man Walks Towards Whole. It's a slow book where you're in this one guy's head the whole time as everyone around him breaks. And since he was already broken, he's able to survive the difficulties of a group that lands on an alien planet trying to just figure out what's going on. It's quite slow in a way that I normally do not enjoy, but quite interested in it. And it's slow in a way that I wouldn't normally think I would like, but I actually enjoyed quite a bit. Most science fiction is really not rereadable. You read through it once and you don't need to read through it again. But for whatever reason, I think Fractal Noise will be one that I'll want to read again. I actually just picked up, apparently there's another book, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. I just picked up a paperback version of that. I found it at a thrift store, or not a thrift store, a used bookstore. Apparently it's very different, but it's in the same world as this, and I'm very interested in reading it. Apparently that one's more of a space opera, and this one's more of a psychological, I don't know the right words for things, but list. Top book of the year. Fractal Noise. The next book that I read and enjoyed quite a bit is The Ugly Little Boy by Isaac Asimov and Robert Silverberg. Asimov and Silverberg are two titans of the science fiction game. Both wrote a lot. Asimov obviously more well known than Silverberg, but Silverberg, I enjoy a lot of his short stories. So this is the story about a company has made time travel and can pull things from the past into the present. And so they decided to do so with a Neanderthal boy. And it follows him and a nurse that they have the company hired, who is here to teach him English and be a nanny for him and to watch over him as they do this experiment. And it plays with the ideas of how far science can go, how far science should go, and if you are stuck in the machinery there and you're given this opportunity like this nurse is to watch over this boy, is it wrong for you to take part in this experiment where you know things that are going on, or is it better for you to hop in because you think you can do a good job and protect him better than whoever they would have to replace you? It's also very slow in a way that I normally don't enjoy, but I think it's done very well here. Most of the story, it jumps back between two storylines. One is the Neanderthals as in the group as they are walking along, living their life. And then the other is just of the nurse and the boy stuck in one room, basically, and their relationship as the boy grows and learns and speaks English and learns how to become civilized enough for all of their experiments. The Ugly Little Boy, also a very good book. Also a book that I think is very readable. I don't know that I will, but I definitely think it qualifies. This third book that I'm putting on this list is one that I actually just finished over the holidays here. I read this all on an airplane, and because of that, it was in and out of my bag a lot. The cover got destroyed quite a bit, so I might have to go and do a little bit of work to try to cover it up a little bit. A lot of these old books are not, they become brittle very easily, and once there's a crack or two, falls apart. Alrighty, A Stainless Steel Rat is Born by Harry Harrison. I have read The Stainless Steel Rat Wants You. I enjoyed it. Thought it was very a silly military/spy science fiction. Unlike the other two books here, this is very fast-paced. And so I read it, and so I'm like, oh, I enjoy this, so I thought I'd pick up other ones. And apparently this is the first book chronologically, not the first book in the order that it was written. But in the timelines of the book series, this is the first one. And so I was like, okay, I'll take it. And I figured this would be a fun airplane book. And it really is. So the Stainless Steel Rat series follows a man who, James DeGriz, as he works as a secret spy. That's where we were in the Stainless Steel Rat once. He's a spy working for some space navy, something or other. Not like that really matters. And he goes and he does crazy things. And so this is his origin story. He starts off being very intelligent, forced to go to school, learning things he didn't want to learn, and he became a master criminal at a young age. And then he's like, well, if I'm going to become a criminal, this is going to be the life for me because I can't live this normal life that other people do. How do I do that? And so he goes and he attempts to find himself a mentor, which includes getting himself sent to jail, breaking out of jail, after breaking out of jail, doing several robberies to get this person who he wants to be his mentor, to mentor him. The guy says no. Then his mentor gets arrested. He then saves him from prison by stealing him out of the courthouse as his sentencing is to be done. At which point they then secret themselves off of the planet, shipped down to this crazy world that's living in the past with where people are slaves. They're sold as slaves. They free themselves and manage to start a war between multiple different warlords. And his mentor ends up dying. And he, at the end of the book, he is captured again. But the guy is so impressed by everything that he's done. He's like, you are captured and you're going to go to jail, but I'm going to completely overlook the fact you still have a lockpick in your shoe. So, obviously, once the next book, he's going to have escaped and doing other things. Very fast, very fun. Apparently, the next books, I'm just going to read through this chronologically, is he gets drafted, and then he sings the blues, he goes to hell, all sorts of crazy things, which are sure to be absurd and fun. It's like a perfect airplane read. I would probably buy one in a little better condition than this. But you can't really complain. I mean, it's just a fun little romp. Alrighty. And the fourth book, let's see. The fourth book to make it onto my top reads of the year was The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by Jean-Marc Comer. I understood the assignment so well that not only did... so we read through that for Sunday school at church over the summer, and not only did that happen, but I listened to it on audiobook 3 times at double speed, just to make sure that I really got it. I had to hurry through The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. So this book is about how we often, how as Americans, living in the modern world, with all sorts of technology, often think we need to get ahead, and by getting ahead, we need to stay busy. And oftentimes this busyness doesn't actually make our lives any better, doesn't make our lives any fuller, does not have better relationships with God, or our wives, or husbands, or children, or friends, or anything like that. And so you need to stop, slow down, and be intentional about what you're doing through silence, solitude, Sabbath, simplicity, and slowing. And I'm not very good at it. However, I did read multiple slow books this year that are on my favorite. So I guess I did a pretty okay job. Now, what about next year? So as we continue on through this next year, hopefully, I have made, I don't want to call them like reading resolutions or anything as ridiculous as that. But I have noticed, I don't think I've read quite as many good books this year as I have in the past. And by good books, I'm not talking about books that are good. I'm talking about books that I enjoyed reading. And I think that's a little silly, especially when I'm reading this old science fiction. So my goal for this year is a couple of fold. One is to keep reading on along with series that I already like and enjoy. and finish through some of those that I've started that I think I'm going to like the other books in the series. So the Stainless Steel Rat, I think there's like 9 books or something in the series. I don't have all of them, but I can get them. So read through those. There's the Young Wizard series. I have all of those books. I've enjoyed them quite a bit. They're pretty easy reads. So let's get through and finish some series that I've started that I've enjoyed. There's several other series that I have in part or in whole that I should go and read. So that's part 1 of this, my recognition of that fact. My next point is I need to be okay with not finishing what I have read, which is a lot of things that I've heard other people say. If you go and you pick up a book and you start to read it, it's okay to not finish it. But I am a completionist, not a perfectionist. I know I'm not a perfectionist, but I do like completing things, like finisher. And so if I pick up a book, I want to read it. And I don't finish reading everything that I pick up, but I think there's a few more books that I could go. Like if I pick up a book, usually if I go and I pick it up and I don't like it within the first 5 or 10 pages, I'll put it down. I think that's fair. However, if I think I like it at that point, by the time I reach 40 or 50 pages, sometimes I keep going with it even though I don't like it at that point. And I think that is a bit of an issue. I think if I've read like 80% of a book, I should probably just finish it. Because at that point, the author's got me all the way there. And maybe they aren't killing it in the center, but they've gotten me through to this point. But if I'm 40, 50, 60% of the way, and it's not good, let's just say it's not good. Let's just understand where we are. Let go. It'll be fine. Life's fine. Everything's okay. I think that's where I need to be. I need to be more in the it's okay if things don't get finished. So me saying it's okay that things aren't finished, and then going back to series that I like, then authors that I know that I like, I think I can enjoy my books quite a bit more than I have been recently. Not that I don't want to pick up random books and start reading those. I do enjoy picking up books that I haven't read, that I haven't heard of, that I don't know other people have heard of, and an author that maybe is a name I just recognize, and just saying, let's give it a shot. I think I should do that, but I should also be more okay with them taking those shots and putting them down if they suck, because occasionally they do. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.